action, how about one big hand for a guy working for $500 tonight? Mr. Lewis Black. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and this took me 25 years to have enough say-so to, well, where do you want to take your special? We had to get here, you had to get there. And now, finally, I'm old enough where I go, no, we're gonna go where I wanna go. And they go, where do you wanna go? I said, I wanna go to Detroit. And they said, why? I said, 2 reasons. I'm not sure I'm fond of all of you. And I know that in Detroit, at any given moment, something weird and bad could happen to all of you. And second of all, the people in Detroit, perhaps for you who haven't read it, those of you who haven't read a newspaper, are the most optimistic people. They're still there. Do you understand? They are still there. 60 Minutes has covered it, 2020 has covered it, the New York Times has covered it, and what is the conversation at the dinner table? Well, something's gonna happen. It's gotta turn around. I mean, I don't know when, but I'm certainly not leaving yet. I have hope. I do. I mean, that Kwame Kilpatrick was crazy, but you move on. You do. You move on, and you find a better man. I do love this city. It's, and, you know, I don't know if this is progress, but normally, and this is my city included, we're usually flip-flop in number 1 and number 2 in murder. It's usually Detroit and then St. Louis, which is why I feel so close to you people. I understand the element that you live with, that at any moment, shit could get weird. Just driving down the road, you don't know, things could get weird. But this year, oh, no. Number 1, Flint. Yeah. I'm like, how? How is that possible? There's not even any people there. Are they just shooting people that drive by and counting that? Are they like tricking people to Flint? Free money, and then they shoot them and go, there's another one. We're so gonna win this year. And I don't think it's fair that Detroit dropped to number 3 just because you've actually shot everyone. Just because you did a good job doesn't mean you should lose Gold Ranking. Because there's lovely parts of Detroit. Here, this whole area, people don't know that though. They only know what you see on the news. You know, are you afraid to go to Detroit? No, I'm not afraid to go to Detroit. I'm not afraid of normal things. It amazes me when my friend is a DVD distributor, and he's like, you know what, people love horror movies, because teenagers, they love to pay to be frightened. I go, that's because they have not lived long enough to know that real life will scare the shit out of you. There is no reason to go pay to be scared. Because at this age, I could care less if a vampire walked in my house. I truly wouldn't even blink an eye. But look at this mole. Yeah, that scares me. Look at that mole. Yeah. It's got ridges on it now. It didn't 3 weeks ago. But I don't have time to go to a doctor, so I just ask other comedians. They're like, hey, does that look fucked up to you? And they go, no. I go, cool. And then I go have another beer and forget about it. Yeah. Really? You're gonna pay to be scared? I'll scare you. Here's a letter from the IRS. Do you want to open that now or after you've eaten lunch and you can vomit your $8 lunch special? I'm not afraid of a burglar. I'm afraid of the mailman. That's who I'm afraid of. That son of a bitch hasn't brought anything good to my house since I was 10. That's the last time I got a birthday card with money in it. That was it. Ever since then, nothing. But I do love the post office, which is a bit of a dichotomy because I cannot believe, at this age, I have friends that when they raise the price of a stamp, my friends will go insane. Yeah, young people in their 30s and 40s. It's not old people on a budget. 30-year-olds. Oh my God, they raised the price of stamps. Jesus Christ, that's highway robbery. This federal government. Really? It's 49 cents. You're angry about that? Because I feel the exact opposite way. I cannot believe to this day that I can walk into a building with a piece of paper in my hand and look at a full-grown adult and go, hey, 49 cents. Will you take this to Alaska? They go, yes, ma'am. We'll have it there in 2 days. Is there anything else you'd like? More stamps. This is crazy. And then the government's cutting some of the post office. That makes me sad, because then there's always a big argument. Should the government pay for programs like that or not? I don't know. I feel back and forth. PBS, Mitt Romney said cancel it. No, that's Sesame Street. You can't do that. But you could do PBS better than it's being done. I can tell you, I don't get it. I know in hotels, it's always the channel that's on. So like I'll come home from a show, and maybe I've had 2 or 4 glasses of wine, and maybe it's late, and maybe I'm in a sentimental mood, and that's what PBS does. They show sentimental concerts. It's those 3 old people sitting on a couch. It's like they're talking directly to you. Hey, Kathleen, welcome home from the show. Did you have a good time tonight? Yeah, I did. Had a good time tonight. Would you like to hear a little John Denver this evening? Yes, I love John Denver. I don't tell people that. It sounds geeky, and I'm still really angry at him for not putting enough gas in his airplane. I don't understand how you do that. You're an American icon. Check your gas gauge. All right, okay. But yes, I'd like to hear some John Denver. Would you like to hear John Denver sing Sunshine? Oh, yeah. I love Sunshine. And then, bam, they blast you to Red Rocks. There it is, Colorado, Red Rocks, 1978. There's John Denver singing it. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me... And then he's gone, and it's the old people again. Hey, Kathleen, were you enjoying that song? Yeah, I was. Would you like to hear John sing the rest of Sunshine? Yeah, I would. Well, here's the thing. We are $84 short, and we got Peter, Paul, and Mary coming up next, and I know you don't want Puff the Magic Dragon interrupted, so why don't you just go ahead and put $250 down on your credit card and enjoy your evening. You wonder about our government spending money. You wonder who makes these decisions, because Lewis and I have gone to Iraq and Afghanistan over and over, and oh, please, no, that's okay. That's very kind that you clap. Yeah, I don't even say that for applause, because really, I wouldn't go if I remembered the number and didn't pick up. It's just, I'm too Catholic, and I'm too guilty to say no. I can't lie like that. I'm a terrible liar. They would know I was lying. Oh, no, no, I just go. But Afghanistan, I mean, unbelievable. I don't even understand. You get there, you're like, what are we going for here? Because it's a horrible, horrible place. It's freezing, which you would never think, because on the news, when you see the Taliban guys, they're always just in a sheet. They don't have like like wearing a parka and mittens and stuff. It looks like fall, and you wear your sheetwear and you run around, and it looks like fall. And I always thought that's why I would be a horrible terrorist, because I'm already prone to naps. And if you put me in a sheet all day, oh my God, forget it. I would never leave the cave. I would be the worst terrorist ever. I'd be like, yeah, I know everybody's really bad, but I'm just gonna guard the cave while you guys go do that. And I'm gonna take a nice nap in this thread count. Have you felt my thread count? And I have a pillow conveniently located on the top of my head. It's freezing. It's like 10 degrees in Afghanistan. And there's sand flying in your face at all times. I don't care what direction you look, there's sand flying in your face. So it doesn't even make sense in my Midwest mind. If sand's flying in my face, I should be in a swimming suit holding a multicolored alcoholic drink I forgot I loved. Like, rum, I love rum. I haven't had this since I vomited in high school. This is delicious. It's free, because my brother goes, how bad was it? I go, here's how bad it was, Pat. Here's what I want you to do. Go out into your garage, take off all your clothes, get into your walk-in freezer, and then every 15 minutes, I'm gonna come out there and throw sand in your face. Yeah. They flew us around in Black Hawk helicopters. The doors are open. People are shooting at you. You can see the ground, because that's how close you are to the ground, which is creepy. And at one point, it's very loud. You have these headphone things on. We flew over a bunch of camels just running around. And Lou goes, are those wild? I said, I don't know what you mean by that. But I don't see saddles on them. And I don't see tiny monkey jockeys, and I don't see a betting window, so I don't think we're at a camel track. Yes, I think they're wild. He goes, where are we? I said, I don't know, but from what I can see, I'd say we'd flown to the Bible. And the Old Testament, Lou, the bad Bible, where shit's on fire for no reason. God is a lunatic. You're misbehaving. I'm throwing locusts at your heads. Blah, blah, blah. Not the New Testament, Lou. Not the fun Bible where there's wine and cheese parties and people are getting risen from the dead. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm Lazarus. I was dead an hour ago. I don't understand what's happening. Where's the wine? I heard he's making wine somewhere. That guy. Love that guy. That's how horrible it is. And you go, really? This is what we're spending our money on? And they go, Kathleen, we hardly ever have female entertainers. You should go down to the female Marine tent and have a little talk with them. I said, okay. So I go down there, I go, what do you ladies do all day on the base? They go, oh, we go into the local Taliban-run town and speak to the women, the locals, about women's rights. I go, really? I go, do you speak Afghani or whatever it is? And they were like, no. I go, do they speak English? They were like, no. I go, let me get this straight. Our federal government's paying for you to go into a Taliban-run town and play a game of charades with a lady dressed up like a beekeeper and try to trick her into leaving her husband, who thinks it's the year 11, by the way, and he liked that year. That was a great year if you were a dude, 11. I just don't see that happening. Call me a pessimist. I just don't see that lady whipping that burqa off and going, that's it, Muhammad. Seriously, I've had it. I've had it. I'm leaving you, seriously. As soon as this country gets a road, I mean, we don't have any roads yet, but as soon as those dumbass Americans build us a road, I am so out of here with that. And it's not just dumbass Americans. Oh, no, everybody's involved in Afghanistan. It's a whole NATO thing, because when you get on the base, they tell you, first of all, you're going to be bunking with some Afghani soldiers. Really? I'm not totally comfortable with that. There's some Canadians. Maybe we could switch them out, because those are nice people, and they like beer, and I could talk to them about Wayne Gretzky or something. Why can't we do a switcheroonie? They take you on the tour of the base. What's even more surprising than the Afghanis, they go, that's the Canadian soldiers' tent, that's the French, that's the Germans, that's the Belgians. I'm like, back up. Did you just say the German soldiers' tent? When were they allowed back in the game? I think there should have been a vote. I don't understand how they've snuck back in. Do you people not have the History Channel? They can't be trusted yet. Every 50 years they get together and have too many beers and things get weird worldwide, not just in a bar. They said, well, no, that's the deal. And you go to your tent, and there's no alcohol in this country. That's number one reason I would be angry if I lived there. The more I was around these people in their homeland, the more I understood their anger and their willingness to blow themselves up. There's no alcohol at all. I mean, it's not like, ha ha, sneaky, sneaky. No, none. Then, when you go to bed in your bunk, and over loudspeakers, every 4 hours throughout the entire country, so there's no escaping it, you will hear this. And then it turns into Landslide. And the landslide brought. Okay, no, it doesn't, but it did in my head. I made it do that every night in my head. I've been afraid of. Oh my God. And the first night, I didn't know what it was, and I jumped out of my bunk, and I had my glasses on, and Lou still sound asleep, and wake up, and go, what's happening? What is that man singing? What? Are we being attacked? I knew we should have left our helmets in the van. I didn't trust that man. I wanted my helmet. He goes, Kathleen, you're crazy. It's just their call to prayer. Get back in your bunk and be quiet. I said, oh, sorry. I go back to my bunk, but I noticed all the Afghani soldiers did it. Boom. As soon as they heard that man, they got their prayer mats out, they jumped out, and they all got down, and they faced left. It was, I don't know what direction it was. It was left to me. In my world, that's a hard left in from my bunk, right? Uh-oh. I'd always do a left, because that's what I saw first. But I thought, no wonder these people are angry. They have no alcohol, and they've never slept 8 hours in a row. I mean, are you kidding me? This goes on every 4 hours. Oh. But I couldn't believe their obedience. Think whatever you want to think about the religion. Look at their obedience. I am Catholic. That whole program would last one night. That would be it. One night. They would try it one night, and then the excuses would start, and that would be my favorite part. Well, here's the thing, I had a mat, and I loaned it to my brother Bob, and let me tell you what, that son of a bitch doesn't return a thing. I loaned him a lawnmower back in 1978, and I thought of it. Haven't gotten any overtime, I can't afford a new prayer mat, it's not right to do it without the mat, so I'm just gonna sit this one out for a decade. Go, wow, this is the whole war. This is what we're doing. And we didn't even spend the money. Because they go, if you're gonna take a shower here in the shower building, you might wanna wear your tennis shoes and extra socks, because you'll notice this is all Russian equipment. It's from the 70s. We didn't bring new stuff. The Russian stuff is still there. I'm like, did we learn nothing? Really? The Russians, the toughest people on earth, people who tricked Hitler into a snowstorm, were freaked out by these people. These people in the middle of the night went, holy crap, they're crazy, and ran home like girls and left everything. They left tanks, they left barracks, they left apartments. They're like, here's the keys, man. You want to give it a whirl? Seriously, we are sneaking out at midnight. This is insane. And they told us, if you're going to take a shower, wear your socks and shoes, because we don't publicize this, but we've had quite a few cases of electrocution. I was like, well, I'm out. I'm done showering. You think I'm gonna trust my life to socks and a pair of Pumas I bought at Marshall's for $57? These aren't even running shoes, you moron. They're just cute. They're accent shoes. I'm not gonna trust my life. It's horrible. I didn't shower for like, I don't know, 13, 14 days. I know, it's gross. It's even gross to admit, but I'm admitting it. Then they drop you off in the DC airport, and you're on your own to get yourself home, fine. I need to go to St. Louis for Christmas. I go to the airport bar at 6 a.m. I still haven't showered. There's nowhere to shower. I have glasses on, no makeup. My hair is in a baseball hat that they've given me that says USO. It's a free just hat. I go in the bar. There's one guy. He's about 70, and he's hammered. I thought, good for you, sir. I don't even know how this happens or why it happened, but it's 6 a.m. in D.C., and you're at the airport hammered. I don't even know what the story is. But I'm a fan. I like it. I wish I had that kind of time. Hey, you want to go get drunk? Hey, let's have some fun. Let's go to the airport and not have to fly anywhere. That'll be stress-free and fun for once. So, I don't want to talk to him, though. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm tired, I'm crabby, I'm filthy. I just want to eat American breakfast and speak to no one and get on my plane. And I look down, and I hear from the other end of the bar, this is all I hear. And I kept looking down, and I thought, wow, that's the greatest pickup line ever. You can't not look at that person. After that person just did that, now I don't know if you're a bear and I didn't look right, or are you a pirate? What is happening? You can't. So I look up and he goes, I see your hat, honey. It says USO. Are you with them? I said, I don't know what you mean with them, sir. I just went to Afghanistan and did some shows for the troops. He goes, oh, you did some shows, huh? What are you, like a showgirl or a stripper? I was pissed for like half a second, and then I was like, I should marry this guy. Are you serious? I have head lice right now, sir. My hat's moving. My hat's moving on its own. And somehow you look through all this and you see showgirl, stripper, cleaner, upper. You can see. Wow. And I did go home. I went home to St. Louis for Christmas, and I walked into my parents' house, which I hadn't been into in about, 6 months. And unbeknownst to me, they changed all the light bulbs in the house into those energy-saving light bulbs. So when I walked in, as if I haven't had enough weird lighting in Afghanistan, they're sitting in this weird, dim, hazy lighting, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? We having a seance? My dad goes, no, we're not, Kathleen. Your mother thought it would be a good idea at our age, when our eyesight is failing, to make the house as dimly lit as possible, Kathleen. Because she's upset, because Al Gore's upset, because there's no more polar bears. Well, you know what? I'm 69 years old. I live in Missouri. I've never seen a polar bear. I don't care if I ever see a polar bear. What I'd like to see is the coffee table. That's what I'd like to see. And that starts the side argument. It's not because of Al Gore, Jack. They just don't make the regular light bulbs anymore. I can't find the regular light bulbs anymore. When? When did they stop making regular light bulbs, and why weren't we notified in the mail by the government? I mean, we're only gonna live 10 more years. I could have bought enough light bulbs for the rest of our lives. I would have bought extra and sold them out of the back of the truck to other old people who didn't know. I could have jacked the price up. Oh my God. They're up all the time. It doesn't matter what time you call the house, one of them's up. Yeah, it could be 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the morning, 5 a.m., 11. Hello? Yeah, they're up. They call me from weird places. It's 6 a.m. where I am. It's 5 a.m. where they are. Hello? Oh, what are you doing? More importantly, what are you doing, Mom? Well, we're in Home Depot's parking lot. We thought they opened at 6. They don't. So we're just going to sit here for an hour and look at the other old people that were confused by their ad. I said, Mom, why aren't you sleeping anymore? Well, don't tell your father this because he'll be embarrassed, but now we're afraid we're gonna die in our sleep. So we've decided we'll just stay up, and one of us will be up, and then we'll nap, because you never hear somebody dying while they were napping. You don't hear, oh, he died in his nap. You hear they died in their sleep, but if we both fall asleep, we won't know the other one's dead, and that's how things get out of hand. Okay. Okay, Mom. I went to Target with her. My mom was a nurse for 30 years. She's retired. I said, out of nowhere, while we're pushing a cart, God, I have a splitting sinus headache. She goes, oh, here, and roots through her giant purse and goes, take this. And I took it. And about a second later, I hear, oh. I said, what was that all about? She goes, you swallow that? Yep, sure did. Swallow it. What color was it? I don't know, Mom. I don't know. I didn't look at what color it was. Kathleen, why didn't you look at what color the pill was? What? Why? Why? Because you're not somebody I met at a party. You were my mom. You were a nurse for 30 years. I bought the whole story. I did. I trusted you. I ate it blind. I just ate it blind. I said, well, if you had to guess, what kind of pill do you think I ate? She said, well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It came out of the blue unmarked bottle that your father and I call the All-Stars. And it could be anything from pain medication to blood pressure pills, Kathleen. I said, what if it's his blood pressure medication? She said, you're gonna pass out. And that's why we should abandon our carts and leave this Target immediately, because I can't drag you out of here with this bad knee. That knee replacement did not work. I don't care what he says, it didn't work. And you're not gonna want me to drive home, Kathleen, because it takes forever, because I don't make left turns anymore. Now I don't even care what kind of pill I ate. Now I just want to understand why she doesn't make left turns anymore. I saw, it's not always lefts. It's anything into oncoming traffic where you have to cross lanes to get to your lanes. UPS doesn't allow their drivers to do it, and they save millions of dollars. Your father and I are retired. We have that kind of time. You drive to the next light, and you cautiously make a U-turn, Kathleen. That's what you do. They are starting to do crazy things. About, 4 days later, I went back into her purse to get a little something else out of that All-Star bottle, which turned out to be delicious. And I thought I had one of my nephew's guns and it was like a toy, but it was kind of heavy. And I was like, She goes, careful, that's loaded. I go, really, Mom? You just walk around with a loaded pistol all the time now? Yeah. I go, really? Why? And without missing a beat, she goes, rape. Really? Wait a minute, Mom. Wait a minute. Do you mean you think you're gonna get raped? Or do you mean you think we're gonna stumble upon a rape in progress and then shoot the rapist and become CNN heroes and get to meet Anderson Cooper? Because it's 70, Mom. I'm not saying you're still not as cute as the devil, because you are, but I think you slipped out of the holy crap, I gotta rape that lady right now category. I think you dropped down into, I think I might steal that lady's Cadillac at Walgreens because she leaves the keys on the pharmacy counter for at least 37 minutes every time she shops. Then she goes up and can't remember where she parked the car, still doesn't know she has the keys.